Good morning. Today we are going to learn the use of tenses. What is tense? The word tense refer to the different form of verbs that tells us when the action referred to happens before, at the time of, or after the moment of speech. There are two main type of tenses in English, the present tense and past tense. As in, he lives here and he lived here. It is important to note that English has no future tense. Thus, while the form of verb tells us whether something happens in present or in the past, there is no separate form of verb or tense we can use to talk about an action that is expected to take place in the future. Instead, we say, for example, he will live here. In fact, there are many ways which are described later of indicating future action in English. So tense is different form of verb. What is the use of tense? The tense generally we use while describing the particular action, whether that particular action happens at the time of speaking, whether that particular action happens before the time of speaking, or whether that particular action happens after the time of speaking. That we can generally say, if that particular action happens at the time of speaking, we say generally that that action we generally denote with the help of simple present tense, present progressive tense, present perfect tense, means with the help of present tense. If that particular action happens before the time of speaking, before a moment of speaking, we generally denote that particular action with the help of past form of tense, means adding ed or second form of verb. If that particular action happens or will happen after the time of speaking, we generally denote that particular action with the help of future tense. In modern grammar, generally there is only two main type of tense, that is present tense and past tense. But in traditional we can say, grammar, there was a third tense, that is called future tense. We generally denote that particular tense adding helping verb will or shall. But in modern grammar, there is only two main type of tense, that is present tense and past tense. We can use present tense to denote the future action, that we discuss in detail in later. But initially we have to keep in mind that there is only two tense, that is present tense and past tense. If that particular action happens at the moment of speaking, we generally denote that action with the help of present tense. If that particular action happens before the time of speaking, we denote that particular action with the help of past tense. The form of present tense, we generally use four form of present tense and four form of past tense: simple present tense, present continuous tense, present perfect tense, present perfect continuous tense. That is four sub form of present tense. In the same way, there are also four sub form of past tense, means simple past tense, past progressive tense, past perfect tense, past perfect progressive tense. So we have to keep in mind at this moment. So what is the use of tense? We use tense to denote the action, whether that particular action happens at the time of speaking, whether that particular action happen before the time of speaking, or whether that particular action is going to happen after the moment of speaking. So this is the main use of tense, and tense is used to denote the action that referred action when that particular action happen. That is only use of tense. We will discuss in detail. Present tense. This is the most important form of tense, present tense. We use 4 tense form in English to talk about the present time, in which the first is simple present tense. In simple present tense, the verb is used in its base plus s form. Base form means, as for example, it, it is base form, and if we add s form, base form plus s means we generally add suffix s when the subject is, when that particular subject is third person singular noun pronoun. When we add that suffix s, when in simple present tense, when subject is third person singular noun or pronoun, when that subject is third person singular noun or pronoun. Third person means, first person means, as I am speaking, I am first person, I am telling about me, I am telling whatever I am feeling, that is the first person, I am telling about me. Second person means you, that you are listening, you are second person, means you are listening whatever I am saying. And third person means, if we both are, you and me, we are talking about the third person that is standing there over there, and we are both talking about that particular person, that is third person. He is not hearing our conversation, what we are talking about that particular person, that is third person, about whom we are talking. He is not listening. The speaker is first person, listener is second person, and the third person about whom we are talking. So what we have to keep in mind, that when while using present simple present tense, if the subject of that particular sentence is third person singular noun or pronoun. Noun means Sima, Ramesh, Ganesh, and pronoun means he, she, it. He, she, it. They is also third person pronoun, but they is plural form. He, she, it is singular form. And he, she, it, the name of any person, Ramesh, Ganesh, they are third. If that the subject of that particular sentence is third person singular noun or pronoun, we add s, es, ies suffix to the base form. The base form means, the base form, if for example it, eat, this is the verb, that is the base form of verb. If in that particular sentence the subject is third person singular number, we will add s form. If the subject of that particular person is plural, first person, second person are plural, we don't add that suffix to that base form. So what we have to keep in mind, when the subject of that particular sentence in simple present tense is third person singular noun or pronoun, we have to add suffix es, ies to the base form. If the subject of that particular sentence is plural, we don't need to add suffix s, es, ies while using simple present tense. For example, I, we, you, they eat rice. There is only base form eat. He, she eats rice. Base form plus s means he, she are third person singular pronoun. In above sentence, I is first person, we first person, you second person, they pronoun, they third person, but they is third person, plural form of pronoun. That's why there is only base form of verb. In second sentence there is third person singular subject. That's why there is s is added to the base form of verb. So in short, in nutshell, we have to keep in mind, if in simple present tense the subject of that particular sentence is third person singular noun or pronoun, we have to add suffix s to the base form of verb. If in a sentence there is subject third person, first person, second person or plural, then we don't need to add suffix to the base form of verb. So what is use of single, in which situation we generally use the simple present tense? The first use, to refer to eternal truth. What is meant by eternal truth? Things that are believed to be always true. Things that are believed to be always true, as in sun rises in the east, hydrogen is lighter than air. See, when झंडा वंदन का कोणीही महाविद्यालयातून जाऊ नये हे सांगायला लागत आहे आजकाल लोकांनी, हो ना.
चालले जाते ना, खाली आवाज येत आहे ना, म्हटलं कोणता क्लास घेताय का सर, म्हटलं ऑनलाईन सगळं पण खालपर्यंत आवाज ठीक आहे वाटतं.
Okay. When we have to use simple present tense to refer to eternal truth, things that are believed to be always true, it means eternal truth means that particular truth, that particular thing were present in the past, is present in the in present and will be present in the future, means in three tense. If that particular thing is true, that is called eternal truth. Means for example, sugar is sweet. It means that sugar was sweet in the past time, sugar is sweet in the present time, and we confirm know that the sugar will be sweet in the future times. This is called eternal truth. The sun rises in the east. It means in the past sun rised in the east, in the present sun is rising in the east, and future we know definitely that sun will rise only in the east, not in the west. That is called eternal truth. If we are saying about the eternal truth, if we are denoting that eternal truth, we have to use only simple present tense. This example is here, hydrogen lighter than air. Hydrogen was lighter than air in the past, hydrogen is lighter than air in present, and we generally know it is fixed that hydrogen will be lighter than air in the future. Means it is, if that particular thing is eternal truth, if we have to denote that eternal truth, we generally use simple present tense, not present progressive tense, not simple past tense, not simple future tense. If we are talking about the eternal truth, that was true in the past, that is true in the present, that will be true in the future. If such type of thing is there, such type of truth is there, if we are talking about that particular eternal truth, we have to only use simple present tense. It, in another sense, it denotes that particular thing, that particular action is permanent, that is not temporary. Means sun is rising in the east, we cannot say, because sun rises in the east, it is habitual action of the sun, that is eternally happening from the past and will happen in the future. That is eternal truth. If we are talking about that eternal truth, we have to use only and only simple present tense, means subject plus base form of verb. If that subject is a third person singular noun or pronoun, we have to add suffix s, es, ies to the base form of verb. if the subject of that particular sentence is plural, so we don't need to add any suffix in the to the base form of verb. To the second use of simple present tense is there to refer to present truth that are true at the present time but may not be true in the future. If that we are referring to the present truth that is true in the present time but may not be true in the future, as for example, my brother works in a factory and Ravi stay with his uncle and aunt. These are present truths. Maybe my brother will not work in the factory for a long time, but at present that is truth. If that is truth at the present time, we generally use the simple present tense while denoting that particular action. Third and most important, you have to keep in mind that when we have to refer to routine or habitual activity means action that are performed regularly or every day, as in Hari gets up at 6 a.m., he leaves for school at 7 a.m. These are habitual action that we generally perform regularly as our habit. If we are talking about that habitual action, that is that the habitual actions means that we generally perform that action regularly as our habit. If we are talking about that habitual action, we have to use only and only simple present tense. To describe object, places, people, for example, a pressure cooker is a metal vessel with a tight fitting lid through which the steam cannot escape. If in such way we have to describe any object, any place, any people, we have to use only and only simple present tense. Another use is there to describe or to demonstrate, that is in sport commentaries or cookery demos, an action or activity which is in progress at the time of speaking. But we generally demonstrate, we have to demonstrate particular thing, we have to describe particular thing, we generally use simple present tense. And next use is there to make a news report more dramatic, as in newspaper headlines generally. The Indian chemist wins international award. Generally when we read newspaper, the whole news on that newspaper has already happened earlier, means yesterday. But when we use the headline of that newspaper, we generally see that headline is in present tense, though that particular action has happened earlier. But in past, they should be used the past tense, but they have to make that news headlines more dramatic, attractive, that may catch the attraction of the reader. That's why they generally use the headline of that particular headline of news in present simple present tense. Only that is the only motto is that headline should be attractive, headline should be dramatic. That's why generally in newspaper headlines we see the use of simple present tense. These are some rules while using simple present tense you have to keep in mind. Okay, thank you. There is exercise, you have to solve it out, try to solve. If you have any doubts, you can let me know. Thank you.